Well, hello and greetings. I wanted to come on and do a video really quick because there are some things that I have been picking up and sensing. And my goal is to compel men to follow Christ. That's my number one goal. Well, really to compel people to be better, be a better them, to live their life and to be happy, to be fulfilled, to complete their journey. That's like my number one goal, because that's my number one goal for me. So I want to see people just doing their best. But anywho, I wanted to talk about really quick tonight about shift. You know, as we all know, shifting is not easy, and kind of touched on it before, but I wanted you to be encouraged and know that it's okay to shift. You ever seen somebody walking in too little clothes? You know what I mean when I say too little clothes? That's a southern way to put it. Too little clothes. That means your clothes just too little. They be so tight. The clothes be so tight. It's like, you ever seen the guys in the muscle shirts? They think they look good when they wear the shirts and it's squeezing the forearm and the biceps or the triceps. Anyway, but it be so little that they want it to look like they got muscles. And the women, when they wear the too little pants, it's be so tight, look like they got something back there, right? That's the way you begin to look when you refuse to shift. That's the way you begin to look when you refuse to grow and do what's next in life. I'm reminded of Dr. King. I can't really quote it verbatim, but I'll paraphrase it. He said something like this: doesn't matter how fast you're moving as long as you're moving. But I want you to be encouraged tonight in knowing when you shift, be okay. Be okay with shifting. The thing about it, you won't always be around those you know and those that you are most familiar with. You could have grown up with them. You could have went to school with them. You could have known them all your life. That season will eventually come to an end. If it was not so, people wouldn't die. People wouldn't move away. People wouldn't buy things. They wouldn't get married. They wouldn't have children. There's a time in your life that must come to an end so that you can grow and go to another phase in your life. But I want you to understand, a lot of y'all are not doing what you're supposed to be doing or what you should be doing. And it's because you're kind of worried about how others may perceive you, or how people may look at you. And you have to understand that shifting is necessary. And you must be okay with that very one thing. You must be okay. Listen, when I make this face, I'm serious. You must be okay with shifting and being everything that you must be. This life is not a competition. This life is not a competition. But it's a journey. Some of y'all are walking this thing out wrong. You're trying to measure where you should be by where other people are. And the truth sometimes is this: where you think your neighbor is, they're not. So when you're trying to be like them, it's fake anyway. At the end of the day, it's all just made up. Okay? So stop measuring your life according to where theirs is, and learn to grow, shift, and be okay with change. You must be okay with that. You must be okay with changing. Just because you're moving and you're excelling and they are not, you can no longer afford to dumb down who you are and dumb down where you're going just because your life is taking a different turn. Be okay with the shift. All right? A lot of y'all are dying in the place where you are. Your clothes are too little. The space you're in, it's not big enough for you to expand, for you to grow. It's time to shift. And many of you watching this video, shift may not mean to move your physical place. Shift may mean change the way you think and change the way you see life. Because if you change it up here, your surroundings will eventually change. What you desire will change. The way you look at life will become more meaningful than just the right now. So anyway, I just wanted to encourage you to know, shift, and be okay with the change. Enjoy your Saturday night. I know I will. It was a beautiful day today, and it's a beautiful night.